Australian-listed company DroneShield has won a $61.6 million contract for European military. Now, this announcement is in the context of NATO saying they will increase defence spending. Australia, reluctant to do so at this stage. Joining me live is DroneShield Chief Executive Oleg Vornik. Thank you for your time this morning. Great to see you. I mean, this is the biggest contract in DroneShield's history and larger than the company's entire revenue for 2024. Tell us a little bit about the deal.
DroneShield makes drone detection and defeat systems to take down small drones when they're used in warfare or other nefarious situations. In this deal, DroneShield has provided $62 million of handheld counter-drone systems to a major European defence agency.
So talk us through exactly how this helps current conflicts like the one that we're seeing in the Middle East and Ukraine too.
DroneShield has a large number of systems deployed in Ukraine today to help sense and take down Russian drones attacking Ukraine. We're seeing a large number of drones being used in attacks, warfare all over the world. And with it is a requirement to be able to effectively sense and take them down. We are today active in dozens of countries around the world, and we're seeing increasing amount of demand, and all of our systems are designed and manufactured here in Australia.
Yeah, incredible. So the fact that you're designed and created here in Australia, where does Australia's drone capability stand at?
We're unique in a sense that traditionally people perceive US, Europe, and other countries around the world as key to defense technologies. However, specifically when it comes to counter-drone solutions, we are able to make really cutting-edge technologies here in Australia. We have been the pioneer in this space starting approximately 10 years ago and gradually making our way around the world. And so today we are deployed with virtually every Western or Western allied Tier 1 military and government agency around the world that's looking to deploy counter-drone solutions.
Okay, Oleg, of course, NATO is the big story today. It's increasing defence spending. I mean, Donald Trump has long been critical, of course, of NATO, but all seems friendly at the moment. What do you make of Australia being a little bit reluctant to increase its defence spending to what the US wants it to? What do you think of that?
It's a little bit difficult for me to comment, but from Australian defence industry perspective, the industry is certainly continuing to ramp up, and we work with a number of suppliers which help us to build our systems, although the IP is all ours. So I'm here to say that Australian defence industry has grown immensely over the last 10 years, and we're well positioned as the warfare and the required technologies are evolving. So, and we're proud to say that over 90% of our sales have been export. And I think for Australian defence industry, that is very important, as obviously local market for us is somewhat of small size.
I mean, we heard from Malcolm Davis on Sky News this morning. He was essentially saying that our drone capability is not really where it's meant to be at. It's not being made a priority. Do you agree or disagree with those comments?
Well, I think we have LAND 156, which is a major counter-drone program currently underway by Australian government and Australian Defence Force, and this will set path for one of most important capabilities development of its kind globally. So there's certainly a lot of focus being put on this by the Australian government. Now, of course, you can always do more, but I would say it's clear that drones and counter-drone solutions are placed as a priority by the Australian government at the moment.
Yeah, I understand that Australia, as you mentioned, has primarily research and development contracts with you. But defence experts have told Sky News that we essentially need the defence budget to increase funding to actually fully fund these projects to meet capability gaps, basically. Where is that at in your perspective?
DroneShield is what I'd consider the next generation of a defense business. So unlike classic approach where you get paid as a defense company to develop your technologies and then you sell your products, we actually self-fund much of our development, in fact, almost all of it. And then we sell the final products to the extent they are acceptable to our users around the world. So we're a public listed company, in fact, second largest public listed defense company in Australia after Austal. So as we raised money in the past from the shareholders, we used it to develop the technologies to the globally cutting edge capability, and then we sell the resulting solutions to our customers. Now, Australia is relatively small, so sub 10% of what we sell. We are fundamentally an export business, but it is important as an Australian company for us to have Australian government support, because just like with any company exporting out, one of the most common questions you get from overseas customers is, well, what are you doing at home? And we have had some small growing contracts with the Australian Defence Force.
Well, that's good. You'd hope so. And yeah, fair enough question. What are you doing at home? That should be a priority. And I'm glad that you do have a good relationship with the Australian government. I mean, this deal has seen your share price rise by almost 20%. That must be a good feeling for you.
Thank you. Look, for sure. And also it helps us to secure more contracts as we get larger as a business. That gives more credibility in the eyes of our customers. So we're excited to grow. And importantly, vast majority of our shareholder base, we have approximately 30,000 shareholders, are Australian mum and dad shareholders. So when we do well, ultimately that's coming back to our Australian shareholder base.
There you go. All right, Oleg, thank you for your time this morning. Congratulations on this major contract for your company. Thank you.